Hi everybody, my name is Michael O'Neill and I work for Techstar as the Director of Cloud Solutions. My past history was I was a professional trainer for Microsoft, and I actually ran or helped run part of the Microsoft training organization for about 12 years or so. So I have a deep background in training, and inevitably at Techstar I'm out there working with customers, and we run into issues a lot of times that we're not a training company per se. We do offer some training services. If people want to hire us, we build out learning management systems for people, as well as doing all the typical Microsoft consulting work that you would expect: SharePoint migrations and Azure setup and database distributions and all those kind of things that you would expect a good Microsoft partner to do. But because we're not per se a training organization, we thought we would just go ahead and give away for free some really cool training. And that's what this is. This is our first attempt at doing that. I sat down and I thought about, what would help people the quickest, the fastest, that would be interesting to most users. And I came up with my tips and tricks for keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts in the operating system, in Windows 10 in this case, in the file system, in the desktop applications, and even in the browser, whether you're using Google Chrome, which is what I use, or IE or whatever. They all use those standard shortcut keys. Now, you may be sitting there and not too excited about shortcut keys. Doesn't sound like much, but it actually is. Let me give you an example. Okay, so let's say I am working in Google Chrome and I'm trying to pull up a website that I want to check out. And then typically what you would do is I want to open up a new tab and I want to go to my site. I'm going to go to techstargroup.com, which is the address for the Techstar company. And so what I'm going to do is I've got my hands, I'm ready to go. I take my hand off the keyboard, I reach over to the mouse, and I move my mouse around. I got to jiggle it to remember where my mouse is. There it is. And then I go up to the top here and I hit that plus sign, and boom, I got a new tab. Now that doesn't seem like any big deal. It took just a couple of seconds to do. But that's actually the point. It took a couple of seconds. Anytime you have to remove your hand from the keyboard and place it on the mouse, figure out where that mouse is, and then go work with the mouse, you're actually using precious time and you're not being as efficient as you could. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so let's see how we can do it without removing our hands from the keyboard. In this particular case, I have the browser open and I'm just going to hold down the control button and I'm going to hit T, and you can see I instantly create a tab. Now I'm talking a lot, so it took a few seconds, but what if I just do it Control T, 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 T? I can open as many tabs as I want to in a matter of a tenth of a second versus about 2 to 3 seconds that it takes me to, again, take my hand off, find my mouse, and then go ahead and hit that plus sign. So what's interesting about that is it may not seem like much, but when you add it up during a day and a week and a month and a year, and you look at it for how it impacts companies and employees worldwide, the average business user loses about 64 hours a year just by those little micro delays that they're taking their hand off and trying to do it without the keyboard shortcuts. 64 hours, that's 8 full days worth of work or productivity that's lost per year. And what you'll find is if you take the average size company, let's say a medium-sized company, I've got 100, 150 employees. If you look at the average salary across America right now and add it together, you're talking well over $250,000 that's lost in productivity just for all those micro movements and extra time that it takes to lift and try to use that mouse. What I'm trying to show you here is a couple of quick keyboard shortcuts will make your life easier, will make your productivity soar. It'll help you get your work done faster, quicker, more efficient, get on to the things that you really care about, hopefully get home earlier or spend time with your family or whatever it is that you enjoy. That's our goal, is to get you out and let you do that. So what we're going to do in this training video is we're going to break this into 4 separate sections. I'm going to talk about the operating system. I'm going to talk about desktop applications. I'm going to talk about the file manager, and I'm going to talk about the browser. And I'm going to go through each one of these, and I promise you there are thousands of shortcuts. I'm not going to give you 1,000 shortcuts. I've gone through and I spent a lot of time trying to pick the key ones that I think most people need without overwhelming you. So I've just picked a group of key shortcuts that I think the average business user needs to learn in order to be as fast as productive without just totally swamping you with thousands and thousands. So hang tight, get into it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. You'll be more productive, be happier, and you'll fly on your computer and on your keyboard.